I am Kiran Makkar. I have been coaching students for the IELTS test for the past 12 years. Today I am going to discuss with you a graph which has been seen in the past in the academic IELTS writing test. The diagram below shows the recycling process of plastics. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So this is the graph. You can see this is the cycle of plastics, and the rubbish which is not plastic is thrown in a landfill site. So this is not part of the cycle. This is the cycle, and this is the rest of the rubbish which is not plastic. The given picture illustrates the stages in the recycling of plastic. A cursory glance at the graph is enough to make it clear that plastic is recycled and the rest of the material, such as bags and rubbish, is put in landfill sites. So here you can see rest of the material is put in landfill sites and plastic is recycled. In the first step, the customers buy and use materials and then discard the waste materials. Then the plastic bottles are separated from the other waste and are collected. In the next step, these bottles are sent to the sorting house. There, these bottles are sorted based on their color and quality. Next, the bottles are transported by trucks to the processing house, where the bottles are processed to make new plastic bottles and other products. In the final step, these products are sent to the shops for sale and the process begins again. Overall, it can be seen that the recycling of plastics is a long and tedious process involving many stages, many steps. Plastic is a non-biodegradable product and it's important to recycle it to save the environment. So this is my explanation of the graph. In any process graph, two things are important. First is the vocabulary of sequencing. For example, here I've written in the first step. This is the vocabulary of sequencing. Then is the vocabulary of sequencing. In the next step is the vocabulary of sequencing. Then next is the vocabulary of sequencing. And in the final step again it is sequencing. So firstly, secondly, finally, or next, then, after this. This is all the vocabulary of sequencing, and after that what is important is the passive voice. So rubbish is put in the landfill sites, bottles are separated, other waste are collected, bottles are transported, bottles are processed. So this all is the passive voice. So this is very important, and the passive voice is used only in man-made processes. This is not a natural process. Natural process would be the water cycle, carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, but this is a man-made process, so the passive voice is important to use in such a graph. Thank you for watching patiently. I hope you've liked my explanation of the graph.